Hello, this is Patras, and this is my entry to the 200 subscriber appreciation contest from the Players Handbook. And I will start with my favorite Warlock of my main faction, which would be Mozar, the Desert Walker from the Circle Oberos, which is my main faction. Why did I pick Mozar? In fact, I debated a bit about it, because when I first thought about who would be my favorite Warlock, Pikaya came to my mind, because I have a lot of success with her. I like the model, I like the fluff, and yeah, just she fits my playstyle. But then when I thought about it a bit more, I realized that I have only one way of playing her, even if it's a successful one, and it's not, yeah, I don't know, it's sort of one-dimensional. When I look at Mozart, who was my first Warlock I ever bought for the Circle, and I did it because his model looks awesome, he looks cool, and I think this was one of the things that got me finally made the decision to play Circle. But nevertheless, Mozart is, I think, the most versatile caster that's not caster, the most versatile Warlock that Circle has. And yeah, basically, if you look at his spell list and at his other abilities, some of which I didn't realize the first times I played, he has something for everything. He has a great spell for range, which is Crevice. He has one of the best debuffs, which I constantly forget to use in the game, but this is Curse of Shadows. I can't think of a better one. Then you have things like Mirage, which is just great if you put it on an infantry unit that benefits from the charge a lot, which put it on the Thorn Blood Witches, absolutely fantastic. And then there is my favorite spell from Mozart is the Pillars of Soul, which is his signature spell as well, maybe. And yeah, you can just, this is a complete new element, or was a complete new element to the game for me, and just placing these pillars and blocking charge lanes and remembering what the structure rules really said, and yeah, just a lot of fun to play around with all his spells. And then you have things like Maltreatment, which is just great and fits his fluff. Yeah, I just love it. Then you have his spray attack. He has a spray attack which is really good. Then he has his decent close combat attack with the extra die against non-living creatures, which is also a nice tool to have. And Circular Vision, Eyeless Sight, all those things. And I forgot to mention Sands of Fate, which is also a great spell, and which is just like, yeah, I think in his rules you can clearly, his fluff is clearly reflected. For he is an omnipotent. Is to be one of the most powerful warlocks in the whole organization of the Circle. And you can see this from his fluff. At the same time, he's not overpowered, in my opinion, because he's really hard to, or it is really hard to employ all his tools at the right time. I constantly get beaten up when I use him because I forget about some spell, or I just didn't place some pillar correctly, or whatever. It's really just like, you can do amazing things with him, but you really have to know what you're doing, and you have to find the right combination of your list and stuff like this. And this is the gaming aspect of why I like him. He's just a nice tool, and he is a challenge basically, and I like that. Then fluff wise, I like him because he is the Grey Eminence to play, no, the Great eminence, the great eminence. Yeah, that's how you say it, I think, of the circle. And yeah, that's kind of cool. This is, I don't know. It has he's the one pulling the strings in the back or tries to do so, and everything speaks of him in hushed voices. And this is something that maybe along with with Cassius, which I have not played yet, um, makes him something, I don't know, special about the other. Uh, he's almost like the granddaddy of the circle, and I just love it. I really do. Speaking of love, here comes the part where I tell you why I adore your channel. There are numerous reasons. For time's sake, I can't name them all, which is obvious, but here are some. An elaborate choice of good reasons to like your channel. First is you are putting out a lot of content constantly in a good quality, which is enjoyable and I know might be a lot of work. This is great and I really appreciate it, as I think a lot of other people do. The second reason of all those good and nice reasons is that the quality of your battle reports is really good because you give, not all of you, but some, give a really good insight in what the thoughts behind their moves was and what they maybe could have done different in the afterthoughts. And yes, I really like that. Then there is a lot of beautiful painted models and um, some really good terrain. Then the thing I like the most on your channel, and in all seriousness, this is the thing I like the most, is that you are a group of people, or sorry, it seems to be, that share the same hobby, and you share everything of it. So we can see you playing games, and yeah, there are. It's almost like watching. I don't know. Um, there's no good comparison, but because we can constantly see all of you playing, there is, I don't know, it's something different. Normally, when you see a channel that does the battle reports, it's like, with the exception of Listen While You Play, but there's only two guys, you see one guy playing a lot of different guys, or you even don't see them, and you focus on the game. But with you, it has, like, I don't know, it's like a family thing, maybe, or yeah, it's like you are you watch a group of friends do their thing, and that's great. That's like when I go to my local game store and see some of the guys I regularly play have a game, and that's just the main great thing. Of course, it's nice to have the T-shirt, the dry humor, Mel as a goal player, which you don't see very often, but we have one here, so not so special. And yeah, but that's basically it. I wish you all the best for the future. I think we will see a lot of good things from you, and I will stop rambling now since I will see I will reach the 10-minute mark very soon. And yeah, go Players Handbook. Ta-da!